Very nice. Yep. Thanks a lot for your help, bud. Perfect. Everything is there. The boat is empty. Let's check. Good morning. Or is it afternoon? No, I think it's morning. Got a few crates here to sell. Just need to make sure I don't miss anything. We had a lot of coconuts. Yes. Money is rising, which is exactly what we want to see. We are past the 5k now, which should make our upgrades totally safe. And we are even beyond 7k. So that should set us up perfectly for the trip. It's currently day 673, but we still have to close the island loop with a visit to Oasis as well as Mirages Mountain, or I think at least that's the name. After our trade and turned adventures, we had a quick inspection of our hull conducted by the shipyard master, and we know that we are at 20% damage. Now, I do believe that I came in with some water in my hull, but I don't believe I had that much. Which means that although I was pretty sure I didn't have any problem with the I didn't have any hard contact with the docks or the ground. Really, I had some soft contacts for sure, but 20%, and you're already quite in a precarious situation if you don't have any material to repair. So that's something that I'm gonna have to take care of. I can clearly see that my boat is damaged here. I don't think we were seeing that before. Might be wrong though. But yeah, that's very cool. Love it. Alright, love it. Love it because I'm currently moored into the shipyard, right? But wow. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the boat should be taken into dry docks today, later this afternoon, I think. So that's perfect. That was a way too high jump. So I need to. What do I need to do? I need to prepare my boat, remove anything that is close from the mast or that could be in the way of additional mast. I'm not too sure yet. Conducted some research, but yeah, we're gonna see what I can what can I make of this beauty. We know the kitchen doesn't work, so that's something that I'm gonna have to take in mind. We know we're not fan of the closed roof here, although it's not as bad as I initially thought it was. But hey, I still not sure what we're gonna do. We have space here. Do I want the kitchen up there though? I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna wait for my boat to find out. So I'm gonna get all prepared, and after that, yeah, I need to empty my inventory bed first, and then after that, we'll see what we can make of her. Perfect. I quickly traded excitement for a sense of purpose. Even with no sails, she was impressive. What a boat. Working with the default mast configuration, I was trying to assess which setup would suit my mission best. I needed power, reliability, performance in all wind and sea conditions, as well as comfort. Each criteria as important as the next. It turns out that the only setup which would make a 3-rigged mast work would require a raked foremast. Interesting profile, as this allows for a gaff sail to be set up on it despite its proximity to the main mast. However, I was concerned of potentially overloading the bow. I deemed it too risky and instead decided to focus on a 2-mast setup. A topmast on my main allowed the setup of a beefed-up 12-yard topsail gaff, providing a 158 sail area. My mizzen sail config would combine a short gaff as well as a wide square, both tailored after once again adding a topmast, allowing for my favorite mizzen sail config once again. Back to the main, another smaller wide square made her way up the topmast. For the bowsprit, I had 2 main drivers in mind, being able to match the sail area of my mizzen, as well as keeping the bow as light as possible. No long bowsprit this time. And a shortened jib 17 yard and large dow jib should do the job. The rudder had been upgraded, the hammock removed, and a bilge pump had been installed below deck. I decided against the crow's nest for now. It was not required for the first leg of the trip. I should get a chance to adjust in Dragon Cliff if needs be. Good morning. So the shipyard is done with a different modification of our sandbuck, and so I was gonna start preparing for the journey, but I think I want to dock it here, somewhere along that dock. It's just gonna make things easier. Yes, it might be a little further than where it's currently sitting, but I don't know. I feel that sometimes it's just a pain to go back on the dock from the boat, and you have like this massive crane in the way. So yeah, I haven't touched anything, almost fell there, but hey, that's fine. We've got all right wind, but we're gonna go slow though. And the reason is I almost fell again. The reason is we are not taking any. Yes, those are always a bit funny for some reason. Anyway, yeah, we're not gonna take any risk because we're not coming back to the shipyard, I think. As you can see, we're not doing any sea trial for other sail config, and the reason for that is time. Money as well, but mostly time. Alright, so we should be all set. Yeah, it's quite interesting that I've been complaining for 674 days about flags not being visible, and now that I have the opportunity to add some telltale, I didn't do it. Why? Because I don't think I need them anymore. Is that an ambitious statement? Yes, it is. Are we going? Yes, we're going. We're going. I just want to go perfect. With our large... Hey, there we go. Right away? Without any fine-tuning? That's interesting. Let's not start by hugging the dock. No, I wanted to fine-tune my sail a bit, but you know what? She decided to go, so we're gonna respect that. Now I'm gonna fine-tune her a little bit though. So it's not a small sail by any mean, right? But given the size of the boat and given the size of the other sails, it should still, I mean, and as you can see, it still brings us more than enough speed, and actually might bring us a perfect speed for maneuvering our approach and stuff. So how am I gonna play that one? Do we want to go around? That sounds like a safe bet, I think, because. Or do I want to sell? No, I think I want to go around. Mostly because the wind is often blowing from the west, and so that could potentially make our departure slightly tricky. Okay, so the good news is we've got an approach. The not so good news is we're going a bit slow, so I'm gonna use our short gaff. Oh, did you feel the boost? Oh, that's very promising, no? Did you feel that boost though? I'm gonna be mindful of the sandbanks. We're not gonna go far at all. That boost in speed was amazing. Did it deploy proper? Yes, it did. Perfect. Alright. Should be set. And that large rudder is already proving flipping amazing. Look at that. We feel like we're in the Dow. Okay, maybe not in the Dow. The cog maybe? Or the junk? I mean, definitely not like the Vanilla one. That's insane. This, only 2 sails down, but this seems extremely promising. Are we tacking? Yes, we are. Are we planning for attack properly? Not really, but I think we should be fine. I'm running right now because again I don't want to take any risk with the damage here. And so with that wind we're gonna have a change of approach a little bit here. I'm gonna start pulling my gaff shortly because we want our bow to help us turn or to get into the right position, not so much our stern, at least not yet. Am I becoming a pro at maneuvering? Absolutely not. I'm just trying to keep in mind the lessons learned. Are we going third person view? Nope, we're not. I am not gonna do that until we are done with GRC, and that means a few more days of patience. cabin setup, kitchen renovation, proper lighting, cargo hold design, route planning, supplies, spare items, cutter redesign, loading. The task ahead was daunting. But sure enough, day after day, progress. It all felt like a natural step forward. I had taken the time to dump the beast, sensing her potential. She had received a facelift with her new rigging and upgrades, and now the last touch. I thought it was time that prevented me from any proper sea trial. Turns out it was the money as well. Over the last few days, I had spent the equivalent of nearly 300 gold coins. And I had purchased literally no trades. I was only taking mission on board. The good thing though, after Mirage Mountain, it should be fairly smooth sailing ahead, with crosswinds pretty much all the way through. Damn. There we go. We set sail tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks, bud. See you... I'm not sure when, but see you later. Alright. Look at her. Her towering mast. Her profile. Isn't she beautiful? Well, let me introduce you to the Aura. This is the name of our sandbuck for this exploratory journey towards eastern horizons, and I thought it was quite a fitting name for a few reasons. Number one, in Greek mythology, Aura is a daughter of a titan, and her name is linked to breeze and fresh air, which I thought was kind of fitting for the kind of new chapter of our adventure here. And she's also a slaughter of men, but we're not gonna talk too much about that one. It's now what day is it? Day 686. So I actually, it took me a couple of days. We're behind schedule. It's fine. We're still within the time constraints that we're working within. We need to get out of Alang by day 700. So we still have enough days to complete all the small steps before our ocean crossing towards the Emerald Archipelago. So while we're talking here, I'm actually gonna pull back a little bit the Aura for the reason that the dinghy is wider than the actual boat, and because of that I want to make sure that I'm not gonna hook the dock, which is very likely, and because we have boat damages and we're not expecting to see a shipyard for I'm gonna say what, maybe 12 days. I've planned for 12 days, right? Now it might be less. I'm hoping that it's less, but yeah. So we are behind schedule for the following reason as well. Am I still hooked? Yes. We have a weight issue, and I think that's because of the dinghy. I initially had taken on missions that included a lot of copper, and when I say a lot of copper, I do mean a lot of copper. And because of that, I was sitting very low on the water, and it started to get me worried. So I canceled that order, and instead I focused on I think I took lamb or something. Yeah. All right. Let's bring down our Mizan, which I know tends to suffer from deployment issues that hasn't been solved at the shipyard. So kind of a lazy job here, and we are gonna hug the dock still. Can I push? Yes, let me push. Push. Come on. All right, now I'm too far, but I should be clear now. Let's see. Using our mise-en sail to leave, and then we are clear. Nice. All right, let me bring down one of my jibs, and I think I'm gonna grab the big one, and then we're gonna go third-person view and celebrate the departure of the Aura from GRC, heading northwest for now. I mean, not right now, but we're gonna be heading northwest, and nice. We're gonna be heading northwest. We're not gonna stop at Alank Academy, I think. Main reason being that we are out of cash. 162 here. I barely have change from other currency. 250 Emerald Dragons, that's where I'm going. 50 A-String Crown, I can't do anything with that. I wanted initially to stop there and buy some Elixir Potion, but I don't think it's gonna fly. Alright, we need to be careful here, because yes, we have an upgraded rudder, but we might be a bit close from the sea floor here, and I know there are some fairly shallow water. There, you see? I knew it. But we're all good. Perfect. Look at that. Yep. No complaints. I'm gonna pull that one because we're gonna come in. There we go. Alright. Let's make sure we are not touching too much. Or getting too close rather, because I don't want to touch at all if possible. Perfect. What time is it? 3:45. That's fine. So here I probably need to get some help from my squares, at least one of them. There we go. Yeah, the jib is gonna flap a bit, which is fine. We're not gonna deploy our mainsail just yet. Let's use the power of our squares. Let's release a bit here. Alright. I locked my wheel. Not the best move. We have decent speed, high maneuverability. This is looking good so far. Do I want to prepare? Yeah, we're already properly angled. but I'll probably then need to adjust the weight given the sheer size of the sail. Alright, this one is floating a little bit. Can I put it up a bit more? Perfect. Alright. So we're leaving in the afternoon because the intent is to, while we are not stopping by Alank Academy, we are gonna try to come into view of it at some point. And the hope is that it's gonna happen early tomorrow morning. That's the hope, at least. Because we still need to go around GRC. That's gonna take a bit of time, even though we're still making good speed right now. I think we're gonna deploy now. Let's see to that right now. Yes. And we saw the balance of the boat shift with that sail coming up. So I'm gonna move that copper right away, because now we are in the right side of the wind, if you will, for our next change of heading, which is gonna occur about now. Yep. We're gonna reel it in a little bit. Try to find a good sail config for the night here. We're gonna allow the squares to help us a tiny bit. Might need a visual check on them at some point. Alright, we're starting to look quite good here. Maybe our jib is flapping. Let's put it on tension a bit more. Our squares are gonna be pulled up for the night, I think. Although I kind of like that heading though. And at that heading, we should be able to keep our squares. Because with those top masts, I should benefit from quite an amazing angle. There we go. I think I'm sold. This is a very, very attractive sail config. We are balanced. We have some decent momentum, even though the wind is, I'm gonna say average there. Let's check. And then we're gonna do a boat tour, but the boat tour is gonna wait tomorrow morning. Although I probably have enough light to go through the night, so we might start our boat tour fairly soon. Alright, we're at 6 knots. I don't want to see anything lower than that, although the wind is falling with the sun. Okay, we're gonna pull back up our squares here. That's not what I was trying to do. Wrong winch. Totally wrong winch. That's fine. Yes, bring this in. Alright. Same goes for the second square. Alright, perfect. Nope. Nope. Okay. 7 p.m. We're rolling. I like that. Yeah, we have good momentum. I can sense it. Let's do another quick speed check. Now, the boat is not built for speed, right? Speed was only one of its criteria. What I was looking at is basically being able to maintain 5 to 6 knots in all wind conditions. Right now, we are kind of beating my expectations. We are loaded. Yeah, lamb, that's what I replaced the copper with. So we have 200 pounds of lamb, 200 of silk, 400 pounds of spices, 100 pounds of goat cheese, and then we have the administrative paperwork going with all of that, which is not weighing much. But then on top of that, I have quite a lot of supplies. I have a few copper crates for ballast, so I'm probably closing in on 2,000 pounds. That's without the dinghy, and arguably the topmast would add on the weight as well. So that's quite interesting. I'm not even checking my heading, but I now have full confidence on the boat. It's crazy. So let's start the tour, shall we? Here, welcome to our command and control center. The helm right there, obviously. Here I have my navigation tools, some space if I need to unload my inventory belt as well. We're using a drying rack for some basic supplies, mostly drinks. We've got our a crate with some spare candles and oil. Although I don't need oil really, because I don't have any A-string lantern on this boat right now. On our starboard we have our navigation table. We have the map right there, which currently is looking at the journey that we are starting. So let's take a quick look at that. We're going northwest to Alank Academy, and then we're gonna stop at Oasis because I love that island. And then we're gonna go exploration mode, try to find Mirage Mountain before opening up the route to the eastern horizons, and a stop by the Emerald Archipelago. So that's the plan moving forward, and hopefully that's gonna work. So yeah, so here we have the clock. I have a little crate there. Right now I just have my pipe. I have my blue lantern right there, but I like the coziness of the yellowish light of the Alank light. Here I have an empty crate that I can use for whatever purpose I want. Here's the dates are gonna be my fruits for this part of the journey. And then I have restarted my collection of fishes. The plan is to get one specimen of each species. Here I have one crate of copper that I want to use as additional ballast. This is my little fishing spot. And then I have a barrel of rum. Yep, already took a sip. And then a barrel of water. Alright. Looks like we're starting to hit some higher wave. Very good. Very, very good. As you know, the kitchen wasn't really working, so what I've done is I've set up my kitchen right ahead of my home, which is very, very convenient to reach. Currently running a little experiment. Burnt bun. Damn. I was trying to smoke it, no? So that didn't work. That's not great. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna reactivate it real quick. We're gonna continue the boat tour, but I'm rotten goat flipping egg. I was trying to smoke them. Alright, we took a bath. That's fine. I don't want to eat it. I want to let it go. What's going on? I can't let it go. Okay. So I have 2 rotten goat cheese. That late night bath wasn't really part of the program, but that's fine. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could if I could smoke them, but I think I took too much time. Can I get them out of here? Where did it go? No idea. Alright, that's fine. No, they're going in the wrong direction. That's been fixed somewhat. There we go. Better not knock off my fucking light. Oh, yeah. And this one is burnt. So I think a burn bum is not gonna hurt my stats, but it's just gonna bring me nothing. Okay, first it tastes like shit, let's be real. And then it's not really useful. So on the bright side, I still have a bun that I'm trying to take care of. So here, 2 copper, finish with the kitchen. So we have basically everything I need and nothing I don't. I have some supplies there. This is, I think, for my tea. No, those are my knives. This is my tea. I have a tea case, black tea case here. This is an additional ballast. And here I have some salt if I get crazy and decide to go get salting my food. If we keep moving towards our bow, we see that we have my water and rum supplies right there. So kind of out of the way, kind of bringing some additional weight on my bow, but I think that's totally fine. So that's it for the upper deck, and then we go down. Let me get you some lights. We're starting with the back cabin, which is not a cabin anymore. I've changed that into storage, mostly because I wanted more flexibility as to where I wanted to put weight. So that's, yeah, I have a drying rack there as well, running some experiment. Oh yes, I managed to dry a full banana. That's awesome, because I had also cut it into small pieces. I'm not sure if you can see that, yeah, right there. And those ones dried earlier. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to dry full bananas, so that's perfect. I have 2 crates of dates. That's again my fruits for the trip, and then I have a shitload of oakum just to make sure that I can repair any damage to my boat. I have some spare rods as well. Why 3? Not too sure, but 3 sounded like a good number. All right. I'm at 0 here. That's perfect. So if we keep on moving in the dark, welcome to kind of the cabin, right? So here we have my firewood reserve, some art. I think it's kind of fitting because it's a very busy scene. Clearly, it's a very narrow passage that the Vanilla Sandbuck went through, which is kind of reminiscent of our last episode, so I thought that was fitting. Then that's some cargo. I have my broom there, some supplies here, more oakum, candles. I have tea, coffee, salt, and here is my bed with the shelves and spare for all my navigation equipment. And as we move towards the bow, over there, it's only all the pieces of different cargoes that I'm currently bringing on board. So yeah, and the bilge pump right there. Hopefully we're not gonna need it too soon, but hey, I guess we're gonna find out soon enough. Alright, it's about time that I get to bed, guys, I think. Let me try to keep the light management on. Perfect. Weather is still holding. Are we holding our heading still? This is amazing. So I don't think we're gonna have any visual. Yeah, I'm tired. It's probably fairly late. So we're gonna take a quick nap and see where we are at in the morning. I am gonna leave most lights on because I don't really want to wake up and imagine if there is a storm and then I don't see anything. So minimal lighting it is. I'm gonna take that one with me. The burn is gonna keep doing its thing. Can I check it out from here? Yeah. Let's see if it's smoked in the morning. Alright. Yeah, I was going to where my bed used to be, but not anymore. Light on? Yeah, lights on. Alright, so that wasn't planned out. Oh, we have water down our hull, What's going on? Okay, we clearly have stronger winds, which might have explained the water. Now, I barely recovered. So let me see if I can stabilize a little bit here. We're still heading northwest, right? Yeah. Are we in view? Okay, we do have quite some waves here. On the bright side, we're not about to crash, so that's good. Okay, am I gonna be able to sleep with this? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Wow, this is gonna take a lot of strength. All right. Okay, step by step. Let's grab some water. Give us some room to think about our next steps here. I mean, we seem to be fine though. Why did we take on water like this? Alright. Yeah, okay. I need more sleep. I need more sleep, but I'm concerned here. Come on, my boat is just out of the shipyard. Alright. Water again, and we have some lateral movement here. So we did sleep a bit and have to hold a couple of hours. I want to say that the water is weighing us down, so let's take care of that right away, because I don't think the water is evaporating as fast as before. Okay. Good. So once again, water taken care of. What time is it? Let me check. Are we close from sunrise at all? Yeah, close-ish. Close-ish. So what do I want to do? I think I want to try. Let's try one more. One more small nap. Wow. If this is gonna be the new normal, I love it. Okay, so I tried to sleep through, didn't work. We're again taking on significant amount of water. Now, what's weird is that when I'm awake, I'm not taking anything. Ooh, I think we have Alank Academy as planned. You know what? We're gonna stay awake for now. Show me the academy. Yes. What a sight. Do we want to give it a closer look a bit? It could be cool. With the sun rising. So, here is the situation. Love the sailing on that boat. It's just amazing. And it's that amazing that I totally missed Oasis. Yep. Sailed actually for a few days. And I'm now coming back towards what I believe is the direction of Oasis. Now, interestingly enough, we have some land due east, which I believe is Mirage Mountain. It's gotta be, right? I mean, there is no other solution. So I'm almost tempted to go there straight away, but I really want to stop by Oasis. So that's not a problem. Because I have this landmark, although I cannot see it at the naked eye, I know that I'm somewhere along the 33rd latitude, probably slightly north of Oasis. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't pay attention. I didn't check my spyglass too much. Didn't pay attention to the time. I'm not too sure. And then I was fishing. I was really enjoying the sailing and the whole experience. And then I caught 2 eels in a row. And then I was like, wait a minute. It's the only place or the only area on the map where the likelihood of catching 2 eels in a row is over 0 is along the 35th latitude. So yeah, that's where when I started to put 2 and 2 together. My guess is that I passed Oasis on the west, and that's why we're having a south by southeast heading. I'm really hoping that with the night coming in, I'm gonna have a visual on the island, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It did put a bit of pressure on my water reserve, but I had more than enough. I'm gonna play it safe in Oasis, and we should be fine. So, talking about the boat, right? Amazing performance. I've been playing with a different sail config. Obviously, right now I'm going against the wind, so I have all my sails down. But when I was taking wind from my side, I was taking in a lot of water with my mainsail down, so decided to store it for most of the trip, and I was still achieving like 7 to 8 knots. So I'm just I don't know. This boat is quite impressive to say the least. Alright, 4%. So yeah, as you can see, I did draw quite a lot on my lights here, and we have still the same island right there, right? Is it? Yeah, it's gotta be. So we're gonna continue. I think I'm gonna go south now, because I think I'm getting too close from Mirage Mountain. Although if it's right there, right? Should we... Oh! We've got Oasis. Alright, so we're right in the middle. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, so how are we gonna negotiate our approach? Because I believe it's too early to tack towards Oasis. Alright, so it's fairly simple, right? To go from one to the other. So it's gonna be a fairly quick hop when we get into Oasis there. Nice. We're gonna arrive by night, or maybe early morning. Probably more like early morning, which is fine. Early morning, and Oasis clearly in sight, with the dock being on the main island right there. Yeah, should be fine. I'm hungry, but I'm not gonna grab any breakfast because I'm probably gonna spend a day on shore, just you know, recover. Now, couple of very good things here. Number one, I've confirmed that when you salt stuff, it tends to rot after a few days. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe because I salted it once, right? And as a result, I have like 95% salt remaining. Clearly that was not enough. But our collection of fish is not extended with a smoked eel, which is pretty awesome. So that's good. Alright, very nice. We'll be there in about an hour, and as soon as I have the dock in sight, I'll be able to decide what will be our approach there. I don't think we have any shallow water issue. I can actually prepare a bit here. I'm just gonna rearrange my boat. Sailing has been amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell one or two things here and there, replenish my water. See if there is some meat available in Oasis. I don't really remember. But if not, we're gonna continue with fishing. That's not a problem. So right now, I think it took us a week, no? Where did we live? 686. Yep. Took us 5 days to get to Oasis. I missed it. I was under 2 days, but that's fine. I mean, I'm starting to better understand, you know, what should be my cell config at night, in order to not take in some water too much and be able to sleep for slightly longer. Does make sleep a little bit less predictable, but that's fine. Is the wind gonna turn on me? No, it's just weak, which is fine. Alright. We're gonna switch on some of our lights, just for, you know, but not all of them, like not all the side one and stuff. I'm gonna reserve those for later, maybe in Mirage Mountain. That might help. Also, 5%. Alright, so once we're docked, I'm gonna replenish around what is needed. Okay, so we should have the dock in sight. We do. We also know that after that we're gonna head northeast, which is somewhere over there. And so because of that, I'm gonna try... Yeah. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try to tack starboard. Actually, we don't even need to tack. We're just gonna make a turn. And we should be golden. Now, the wind is weak, so we don't have much speed. But I'm soon gonna be I'm gonna take down my my main here. I want to make sure that I have time to make any like last minute decision and stuff. All right, let's roll in. Might actually be a very good approach. I think I'm gonna try something here. Yep. Let's see. Because again, right, we're leaving that direction. So, what we're gonna do is... Let's wait a little bit. Because now I'm really going slow. With only my main jib. Yeah, I know. Hold it a little bit longer, buddy. we'll be able to feast very soon. Okay, I think now is the right time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock the wheel. Perfect. A bit too far, but I think that's fine. We're gonna pull this one up. And then we're gonna let the momentum guide us, but I'm not gonna pull my my helm straight. Perfect. Now the question, as usual, is gonna be: are we gonna be able to make the jump without falling? And the answer is not sure though. Wow, we missed it, not by much though, not by much. Okay, where is the first clit? Here. Perfect. Now I think what I want to do is put us a bit closer, but not too much, and hopefully our bow is gonna keep turning a little bit. You know what? I'm very happy with this. We're gonna put down the anchor real quick. Perfect. Hell yeah. Welcome to Oasis. I'm gonna take another bath. I'm gonna put down my my barrel and my crate that are empty. See if I can take on some more firewood, but 162, that's not amazing. Some candles if we have, and then we'll be able to make our way to Mirage Mountain. Hold your breath. Yeah, no way. Oh, so that's why. Alright, makes sense. Hey, thanks, bud. Yep, see you. Alright, so I had a collation here. I got a bit of food and drinks, get my energy back up, and I was chatting with the locals a little bit. Turned out that Mirage Mountain seems to be a bit more than a simple island, which is quite something. So we're gonna turn on the exploration mode real quick. But one of the things that I've noticed before we might actually sleep in the tavern. Look at that. Yeah. If this map is accurate, as I'm led to believe, ooh, that's interesting. Look at that. Hop, hopla. And if we put it down, okay, at least it disappears. That's good. That's very interesting, though. All right, let's leave it open. How much money do I? Oh, flipping eggs. That did cost me quite a lot, no? Okay. I'm gonna sleep at the tavern. I've just made the decision. Now, am I worried when I see the snake formation there? Yes and no. Wait, I can't deal with it. Let me go back on board. Alright, let's put it... I don't know how I'm gonna store this one if it stays open all the time, but let's put it here for now. Alright. So, am I concerned? Yes, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm not planning on visiting a shipyard anytime soon. But if it gets too complicated, if it gets too complicated, I'm going to put the dinghy out now, and we're gonna go into Mirage Mountain using the dinghy. I'm not risking my sandbug. I'm not risking my sandbug at this stage of the journey. No, I think so far our hull is holding really well, which is cool, but I don't think I'm gonna take the risks. All right, let's take a sunset bath, go to the tavern, and we're gonna get rolling in the morning. Sup gang, you've been following the first few days at sea of the Aura, the sandbug that will take us all the way to the Emerald Archipelago and maybe even towards the eastern horizons. That will be in the future episodes, and in the meantime, our captain is getting ready for his next sailing challenge and the attack of Mirage Mountain. But until then, take care, and I see ya!